everybody, this is Joe from Veroot CTPAT, back with some more frequently asked questions. Today we're going to target one we get a lot, which is who do we send our CTPAT security questionnaire to and when do we send it? So before we talk about that, let's back up a little bit and talk about the what is a CTPAT security questionnaire. If you're unfamiliar with it, the CBP requires that you properly vet all business partners in your supply chain. And there's really two methods of doing that. One is to go on site and do an on-site audit and make sure they're meeting all the minimum security requirements. The second option, which is much easier and most companies use, is to send out a CTPAT security questionnaire. That way you don't have to go on site, but you can send it. People can fill out the questionnaire, which is basically a survey, and make sure that they're meeting all the minimum security requirements. You can review this and make any adjustments or provide any action plans back to the vendor or business partner if they are not meeting all the minimum security criteria. So that's the security questionnaire. The real question we're trying to address today is who do we send it to and when do we send this? So the CBP does provide some insight in the regulations in who to send the security questionnaire to. And in particular, you need to send it to all pertinent vendors in your supply chain. And what that means from an actionable standpoint, for example, is that an importer needs to send this to manufacturers, product suppliers, transportation providers, and also anybody who handles information for them. So for instance, an IT provider or a broker. Conversely, if you're a logistics provider, you need to send this to any people that are involved in your logistics supply chain, which would include highway carriers, air, ocean, warehouse providers, and then in addition, also those folks that handle information, for instance, IT providers and customs brokers. So basically anyone that's involved in your supply chain is going to need to be sent this security questionnaire to make sure they're following all the things that you need to do to assure the CBP that your supply chain is secure. You'll notice one thing I didn't mention, and that is clients. A lot of people say, do I need to send this to my clients? And I would say maybe, and here's why. Because the CBP doesn't specifically mention clients, but if you're moving material in and out of a client, in other words, if they're part of your supply chain, you are going to need to send them a survey. And I would really put a little bit of spin on this, maybe market it and help the client realize that, hey, listen, you are requiring, sure, a little bit of time and effort from the client, and you're probably used to doing work for the client, so you don't want to make them do work for you. But this actually helps the client because it helps make sure that your entire supply chain is secure from beginning to end. So you can even verify that there's no unsafe practices happening within the client that would affect the freight. And basically pitch this as sort of like a feature and not a bug to the client, and just say, hey, listen, this is something we do to make sure we have a secure supply chain. It's going to take you 5-10 minutes to fill this out. Please do so, get it back to us. And I think if you work it the right way, you'll find that they're happy to help you out. So that's what I would do with clients. The other question, or the follow-up question that comes up to this is, when do we need to send these out? And I think the answer is quite simple. Do it on an annual basis. So the CBP requires that you need to do an annual risk assessment. Sending out the security questionnaires is a vital part of this. So just timestamp the last time you sent the questionnaires out and fire these out on an annual basis and you'll be set. So one of the things we do here at Veroot, obviously, is provide software and automation to do that. And if you're interested in that, of course, you can check out verootctpat.com, or you can email us at compliance@veroot.com to see how we automate that often painful process of sending out the security questionnaires, getting them back, grading them, etc. So anyway, I hope this video helped out with regards to who and when you need to send out security questionnaires. If you have any more questions, let us know, and have a great day. Thanks, everybody.